Imagine a quiet, thoughtful person, someone who plays by every rule and watches the world reward the ruthless again and again. Why does the wicked often prosper while the good struggle to survive? This was the uncomfortable truth that haunted Niccolò Machiavelli, a man who spent his life observing the bloody chessboard of 16th century Florentine politics. He wasn't just a philosopher, he was a witness to power. And what he saw made him question everything we're taught about being a good person. His central, chilling observation was this: the wicked have a secret weapon. They are not burdened by the same moral compass that guides the rest of us. When they want something, they don't ask nicely. They manipulate. They lie without a flicker of hesitation. They twist the truth. They intimidate. And if necessary, they won't shy away from violence. They charm you with sweet words, distract you with false affection, and by the time you realize what's happening, they've already won. This is their dark ingenuity, their cunning, and it's how they build their empires. We are raised on a beautiful, noble story. We're told that a truly good person doesn't just act kindly, but achieves their goals through kindness. We believe that to build a just society, you must win people over with honest arguments, not trickery. If you seek justice, you should reform the unjust through love and understanding. So they willingly surrender their wrong ways, not because they fear punishment. If you want a compassionate world, you must show compassion even to your enemies, never ruthlessness. It sounds perfect, doesn't it? It's the story we tell ourselves before we go to sleep. But Machiavelli, watching the real world burn and rebuild, saw an undeniable problem. He looked at history, not idealism. And he saw a parade of good kings, honest leaders, fair-minded merchants, who all ended up defeated, their thrones taken, their fortunes stolen. Our own history screams the same warning. When leadership chooses soft power and refuses to get its hands dirty, when it shies away from necessary cunning and strength, the predators at the gate don't wait. They exploit the weakness and the price. It's paid by everyone. This is why Machiavelli wrote his infamous book, The Prince. It wasn't a guide for tyrants, as many believe. It was a survival manual for the good. It was a desperate, sharp-edged advice book for those noble-hearted rulers who kept losing to the bastards. Be good. Keep your heart pure. But don't be a fool. If you want to protect your kingdom, your family, or your people, you must learn to fight with the same weapons your enemies use. You must be willing to adopt the tactics of the most cunning and ruthless figures in history when the moment demands it. People often ask, can you remain a good person while using such dark tools? Let me give you a modern example. Think of any film where a gentle, loving grandfather is pushed to the edge because his family is threatened. At home, he is soft-spoken and kind. But when the situation calls for it, he becomes decisive, fierce, and utterly unstoppable. That's the paradox Machiavelli understood. The lamb who can become a lion when the wolves are at the door? Machiavelli saw where the pure, passive goodness came from. He looked at the story of a central figure in Western faith, a man known for teaching love and turning the other cheek. Let me be clear. This is not about faith or belief. This is a political and historical observation. From a purely worldly, practical standpoint, Machiavelli saw that life as a political failure. That man, despite his divine nature, suffered, was humiliated, ignored by the powerful, and died a criminal's death. In his lifetime, he held no political power, no earthly throne. Power doesn't ask for your intentions. It demands your effectiveness. Machiavelli's point is sharp and painful. If you want to be effective, if you want your goodness to actually mean something in the real world, you cannot be a martyr to your own purity. You have to be willing to be cunning. You have to be willing to be strong. History is a long, bloody testament to this truth. Kings, presidents, and founders of industries have all had to, at some point, abandon the velvet glove for the iron fist. The Prince was never a guide on how to become a dictator. It was a mirror held up to the good, showing them what they could learn from the dictators. It was a lesson in how to be powerful and effective. Today, whether you are a CEO, an activist, a parent, or just someone trying to make a difference, you need to learn from those dark minds you despise. You need to know how to create healthy fear, how to apply pressure, how to captivate a room, and crucially, how to trap the trappers. You have to be able to answer cunning with cunning. You have to speak their language, or they will never hear your message of peace. Your legacy is written by your achievements, not annotated by your intentions. If you truly want to bring more goodness, wisdom, and justice into the world, but you refuse to ever get your hands dirty, you will build nothing. You will be a whisper in a hurricane. We must learn from the people we dislike the most. They are our harshest teachers. They show us how to translate our beautiful thoughts into tangible reality. We need weapons just as sharp as theirs, because our cause is just. In the end, the goal isn't to become them, the goal is to win. To actually change the world, not just feel good about trying. Machiavelli's words still sting because they force us to confront a truth we bury deep inside. We tell ourselves we didn't succeed because we were too nice, too moral. But he whispers a more uncomfortable truth. You didn't succeed because you weren't cunning enough to learn from your enemies. You didn't understand that in the game of power, a good heart without a sharp mind is just a trophy for the wicked.